This is yours.
Every morning they make the trek. First, with towels and toothbrushes. Later, with empty water gallons and a bucket of dirty dishes. For Michelle Navas, the kitchen in her aunt's apartment upstairs is a reminder of the way her own apartment used to look.
It was nice. I was able to open up the window and have the bright daylight coming in through the windows in our morning. We don't have that anymore.
Back downstairs, there's no daylight, no running water, no toilet. She cooks with an electric stove in what used to be her living room.
Our bucket is full.
Michelle, her 2 sons, her parents, and her brother have been living like this for 11 months.
This is what the living room was before the landlord destroyed our kitchen and bathroom.
A new landlord, Joel Israel, purchased the building early last year. Michelle says he offered her family a buyout to leave their rent-stabilized apartment. When they refused to move, she says, Israel posted a work permit on their door and told them he needed to do some repairs.
He gave us a date where we needed to have everything that we wanted to keep emptied out from the kitchen.
Soon after, 2 men came to the door and blocked off her kitchen with plywood. After 2 hours of banging and hammering, this is what was left. The men never came back.
You can see right through the basement. I was heartbroken. I couldn't believe what I saw.
Michelle shot this footage on her iPhone before the entrance was sealed up.
Used to be my bathroom.
I didn't even want my kids to see it. I didn't want them to see it. I didn't want them to know how it looked. So I'm like, if I feel this bad, I didn't want them to see.
Michelle's family has lived in their Bushwick apartment for 24 years. Rent increases are capped at a small, state-regulated percentage each year, and their landlord can't evict them without just cause. As a result, the family pays just over $700 a month. Market-rate apartments nearby have soared to as much as 3 times that. And some landlords see those numbers as an opportunity.
As soon as my clients give up, then this guy gets his apartment back and he can rent it for lots more money.
Brent Meltzer helped Michelle's family take Israel to court, where a judge ordered Israel to repair the damage within 45 days. Israel didn't comply, so now they're back in court, suing him for contempt. Israel and his attorney both declined to comment for this story.
It's a war of attrition. Landlords are trying to come in and make your life so miserable in so many different ways and give you so many incentives to leave. The classic example is they just don't do repairs.
Meltzer says there have always been landlords in New York City trying to clear out their rent-regulated tenants. But this is something new.
What we've seen in the last 6 to 8 months is this sort of trend of landlords going in and actually destroying their own property so that the tenants will leave.
Meltzer says that Michelle's is an extreme case because the demolition took place inside of her home. But the act may demonstrate how the drive to turn a profit can turn into something else: desperation.
Some of the most egregious stories that have come out about landlords harassing tenants are often in buildings that have recently changed hands.
Matthew Lasner says that in rapidly gentrifying neighborhoods, new landlords will often pay much more for a building than it's worth, with the expectation that they'll be able to get the regulated tenants out sooner rather than later. When that doesn't happen, they're left with huge loans they're unable to pay.
As landlord, in order to make your building pay and not lose your building or go into foreclosure, you're going to start leaning on your tenants to move out.
But community activists say that's no excuse. Groups like Make the Road and Bushwick are scrambling to get the word out and inform tenants about their rights.
Landlords like this one deserve to be in jail.
Last month, Make the Road organized a march to Michelle's front doorstep, which Michelle captured on her iPhone. And local politicians have started to take notice. State Senator DeLon proposed a bill last month to make the sabotage of rent-regulated apartments a Class D felony.
They're going to jail for at least a year. And we want them to understand this. And when this bill passes, we want to make sure that there are those individuals that will be made examples of to let the rest of them know that this will not be tolerated.
But for Michelle, the damage has already been done. Now, all that's left to do is wait. Wait in line for the bathroom, wait in line for the city to take action.
Just waiting, patiently, and not giving up, because we're not giving up at all.
For 219 West, I'm Kristen Clark.